Who do we have on the live? Let's see. Go out there to the comments. We are live. All right. What up, Jimmy? How you doing this evening? Look at this. Look at this. Somebody can look at this. So I put candy. This is a half-gallon jar. And I put like 30, 35 pieces of candy or something in here. It might have been closer to 40. But it hasn't fully dissolved. But I want to take a little bit off the top in an effort to help dissolve it. This is an experiment. It was green apple candy. How you doing, Jimmy? Hopefully all is well. Oh man, we got 11 folks on, 4 thumbs up. If you, I won't say if you haven't, but feel free to comment down below and just say hi. Just ooh. Ooh. That's candy. Well, they weren't Jolly Ranchers. If it were Jolly Ranchers, it probably would have melted better. These are candies from the Amish market. There's a Amish market, but I'm gonna have to top the jar up and try to dissolve the last little bit of that candy out of there. I of course made a mess here, because why wouldn't I? So upset I spilled some. If only the tablecloths weren't cloth, I would be licking the table. What up, Jimmy? All right, Dutch. Kent, how you doing today? Outside with Q. What's up, man? How you doing this evening? So I'm chilling tonight. A little insulated mug. Adrenaline turkey call. What's going on? So I got a little insulated mug here and my green apple candy shine. And I'm going to be sipping on this. If you know me, I normally don't sip on much, but ooh, buddy, that's a good old 100 proof. Chachi, what up, man? How you doing? There you go. So some of you guys asked some very good questions last week to get me started, to kick me off doing the Ask Dash video series, and I can't say thank you guys enough. Cat says, getting off to a slow start tonight. Let's make it a clear night. Shoot. But I'm chilling. I am chilling. Chachi, yeah. I always, I think about you when I see that can up there. So it's so funny. This has become our live stream corner, and there's live stream things that are up there in that corner. Sorry. Live stream memorabilia. Grumpus, he says, sup, Dash and everybody. How you doing, Grumpus? What color Hawaiian shirt do you have on today, Grumpus? What colors Hawaiian shirt do you have on today? Oh my goodness. I did not. What did I? Oh, I had some leftover Chinese food. I'm like, what did I eat for dinner? I had leftover Chinese food, but I didn't eat all of the rice that came with it. It was shrimp and garlic. It was some decent vegetables, but the teeniest, tiniest little, little scallops. Did I say shrimp and garlic sauce? It was shrimp and scallops. Taste tester number one. Taste tester number one is about to make some popcorn, so if you hear that, you know what it is. Where is Uncle Steve? I wanted to thank Uncle Steve. I made a turkey, or not turkey, a ham. Oh, let's see if I can. There it is. There it is. Under that cover there. I smoked a ham today, so I double smoked the ham, and I used some Uncle Steve's shake. Remember, this flannel been cold here. 50 is 50. Bro, it's colder than that right now. Hey, quick reminder, if you haven't already, please hit that thumbs up button for me. I greatly appreciate it. I tell you guys all the time, it really does helps the channel, it helps these videos, it helps me feel better about doing these videos, and it doesn't cost you a thing. So if you could please back out of the comments and hit that thumbs up button for me, I'd greatly appreciate it. Oh man, so how's everybody doing? We are a week removed from Thanksgiving. Folks are probably getting Christmas things together and getting Christmas things in order. Adrenaline turkey call. So I have a friend who I say used to, but he still has. It was a motorcycle stunt group, and they were Adrenaline Crew. They were the Adrenaline Crew, and they used to put out. Excuse me. They used to put out stunt videos and do stupid stuff on motorcycles back in the, I guess it was early 2000s. So, woo! Talk about a long time ago. But my buddy, man, his name is Kenny, and Kenny did some growing up, but he was not without his flaws, but he could stunt the hell out of a motorcycle way back in the day, before there were like Ferris wheel size sprockets, and like he was doing all types of craziness on motorcycles way back in the day. Trust me, I know my buddy Kenny. If he were on this live stream, it would be a different conversation. Victor says, howdy y'all, Grumpus, Jimmy, Grill and Smoke, Barbecue and Cooking said, what's up everybody? How you doing this evening? Oh, I'll wait for taste tester number one to finish making popcorn. It's not like he, huh? It broke. The popcorn maker? Yeah. How did it break? Oh, no cranky. Can you turn it from like manually on top?
It's too hot to touch.
Oh, dude, I did that. You see the white glove in the corner over there, by the Alexa thing?
Yeah, but it's just too late. I don't.
All right, well, no worries. I tried. No worries. He effectively burnt his popcorn because the spinny thingamabobber broke. But I mean, we got our money's worth out of that popcorn maker. Maybe it's just time to order a new one. Maybe I'll order a new one. Adrenaline Turkey calls. Do you have some catering gigs set up for Christmas? No, I do not. I go away for Christmas. I do not. I'm gonna say I do not cook, but I go away for Christmas, and hopefully I'm not cooking. Jimmy says, "Roll Smoke, tell us your name so we don't have to keep to call you by a channel name." Yeah, I was gonna ask for that, but I said, Rolling Smoke, rolling with the homies. He's over there fighting with that popcorn. So, Rob, are you on wait, Adrenaline Turkey Call? Are you in Louisiana? Rob, I think I saw you on Instagram today. Oh, Rolling Smoke. Okay, Rolling Smoke barbecue. All right, so Adrenaline, Rolling Smoke. Did I see you on Instagram today? And Adrenaline Turkey Call is Travis. So hopefully I won't forget that, but you gotta hang out with us for a little while for me to remember your names because yeah. Well, all right. See, there's both of you guys are in Louisiana. Nice. Where in Louisiana are you guys? That is one of the places on my, I won't say bucket list, but a place I need to go. I have not been to Louisiana. I've not been to Louisiana yet. Did you get it all? I heard popcorn hit the floor. Please make sure you get any kernels off the floor. Mommy will be sweeping in there tomorrow and she'll be fussing and complaining about all the popcorn on the floor. Louisiana. Also, Mark. Okay. Oh, my goodness. Aloha, Marcus. I give Marcus... Oh, Marcus has got to eat. So maybe 15, 20 minutes before we don't see any replies from Marcus. I won't say every now and again. I'll check on Marcus. Gosh. Louisiana's taking over, apparently. All right. So, Victor, this is what I'm drinking tonight. This was some clear that I put some apple candy from the farmer's market in. And I put about 40 pieces or so of candy in there, and all of it hadn't dissolved. So let's see. De Quincy, north of Lake Charles. Okay. Victor says, so what are we drinking tonight? I'm passing on Mr. Jack and going with Cruising Single Estate Rum. Smooth sipping rum. All right. Outside with Q says his name is Mark. Mark says small country town east of Shreveport. Okay. Adrenaline Turkey Call, that was Rob, I think. I'm trying to keep the name straight. Rob says, sweet, maybe I can get you guys to come compete in our barbecue competition fundraiser in May. I don't do competitions. I know Adrenaline Turkey Call, you asked about that in one of the questions. Actually, I'm going to take and put your name next to your question. Well, not next to, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. Well, with your question. Hold on, let me find it. SDS notes. Ask dash 2023. And I swear to you, somebody asked about. Yeah, Adrenaline Turkey Call. So there. Oh. So let's see. Adrenaline Turkey Call was Rob, right? No. Adrenaline Turkey Call is Travis. Rolling Smoke is Rob. She's. And Q is Mark. So this is Travis. Ravis. Somebody asked me about competitions. Oh, okay. Ninja Peel. All right. I know somebody asked me about competitions. Okay. So, da, 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 da. So outside the queue is Mark. Adrenaline Turkey Call is Travis, and Rolling Smoke is Rob. I'm not gonna keep that right. Keep that straight. Ice M says, "Greeting, big fella. Are you ready for the Eagles versus Cowboys game on Sunday? I guess. I mean, I'm not playing. No, but I think. Look, any given Sunday, a journalist calls with us. Travis says, I'm from Grant Parish, Central Louisiana. Nice. Also, peace and blessings to you and your family. Thank you. Not too far from Ruston, Marcus says. Travis, not right. I'm trying to keep it straight. I'm trying. I had to go back in the comments and look. So, I say you just be like, I'm Travis, whatever your comment is. I'm Travis, whatever your comment is. I'm Travis, whatever your comment is. I'm sorry. I'm trying to keep it straight. Piece of ice went down the wrong pipe. Oh boy, oh boy. So how was did you guys, I guess, like when I cook, after I cook for Thanksgiving, I have to clean up. Did you guys clean up after Thanksgiving, and have you gotten back onto like your regularly scheduled cooks, or have you done something else? Yeah, right. Jimmy says green apple is working. Oh, it's not the green apple. It's the high test clear that's working. Goodness gracious, I am. Whew, uh, I need to get back on the gym bandwagon. Getting up early in the morning and going to the gym. Mm, 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 mm. Competitions are expensive, but they can be fun. Yeah, well, I mean, so let's think about it like this. I have to travel halfway across the country to then pay for a competition, to pay to get into a competition, and then pay for whatever meat that I'm going to be using, and then pay to get back home. Uh, Especially if I don't do well. I'm not a competition guy. I've done a few SEA competitions. Um, and that was enough for me. Like I know that wasn't my thing. Jimmy said I passed a PAT and quit running the next day. The PAT was a what was it? Physical agility test. Good night, buddy. Victor says, Kent agrees with Victor that competitions are expensive, but Kent competes. See, Kent's got that long money. Jimmy says, got it in one. Yeah, on the first try. Shoot, I'm good with acronyms. Just gotta think about it. That's all. I know the I knew the context, so that's half of the battle when trying to figure out an acronym is knowing the context. Jeez. Anyway, those of you guys who are interested, Victor says, when was the last cruise trip you took were free? We choose our poisons. No, so Victor, it's one of those things, man. A competition is for me. A cruise is for my family. I will spend money on my family to do I'll spend money on an experience. So the competition experience is not as high of a risk reward as paying for a cruise is, in my opinion. But you're right. We we uh we choose our poisons. Indeed, indeed. Mm. There's mm, there's lots to be said about having mediocre credit. What's the mediocre? It's better than mediocre, but man, I am. Oof. Hmm. Mm-mm-mm. So how's everybody doing? We have Victor, Jimmy, Kent, Travis, Rob, Mark. Let's see. What's everybody drinking on this evening? You guys see what I'm drinking on. I have some clear with some candy in it. Victor said he's sipping on some rum. I'm about to say, do you still have that thing on?
No.
Do you have a number or anything?
You don't get numbers in wrestling.
Yeah. I was just inquiring. So why are there yellow ones and then those ones?
The yellow ones are supposed to be for captains, but that's gone.
Kent says he's drinking iced tea. Oh, but the other team, did they have two different color jerseys? Are they monitor, leotard? What is that thing called?
Singlet.
Singlet. All right.
And
folder with your stuff.
I don't know where I need to turn that in.
On Saturday, you need to take it.
Okay.
I
don't know where.
Berto Migo says he's drinking a Coors Light. Thyron, what's up, man? How you doing? I'm listening.
We weren't supposed to have a captain's one, but it turned into it being like that because we were one short in the size since we're all like the same five
size,
classes. Yeah. We only had like 3 per, and it was first come first serve, and then a captain ended up missing it. So then they were like, "Oh wait, we got the yellow ones." So it's like how goalie jerseys, it was the away. So that's basically our away jersey. So he was like, captains put on the away. Everybody else put on home.
Rolling Smoke said he's drinking Diet Dr. Pepper. Nice. Travis said I cooked 6 briskets this past weekend on an unfamiliar pit. Took 17 hours. Won't touch that pit again. So let me ask you this: did you crank the heat up on that pit while you were cooking, or did you try to maintain a temperature of like 225 degrees? Crushed orange drink. Nice. Diamond says he's drinking 1800 tequila. Nice, buddy. Marcus says he's drinking a wild turkey and Coke. I already know. He's gobble gobble time for sure. Man. I have not had. Oh, you know what? I actually have had a wild turkey and Coke since I was there in Austin with you, Marcus. I was somewhere and they had wild turkey right on the bar, and I was like, "Can I have a wild turkey and Diet Coke, please?" The lady was like, "Okay." Diamond said he has 34 briskets to do this weekend. That's what's up, dog. 34. Nice. My man wins the competition on Netflix, and now he's selling barbecue. This guy who was in the comments, his name is Thyron. He won. Remember that? Remember the show that I was auditioning for? And I didn't make it. He won it.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's nice.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Thyron, my taste tester number 2 says congratulations. Travis says we kept around 250, but it didn't draw air very good. The pit has flaws that need to be worked out. Yeah, man, shoot. No better way to figure out the flaws than to cook on it. But one of the things I was going to suggest is that you bump the heat up. Once you get let's say 4 to 6 hours of smoke on whatever it is you're cooking, you can bump the heat up. I usually wrap my briskets up, and then I bump the heat up. Once you have all the smoke that you're going to get, you just got to finish cooking them. And letting them cook at, let's say, 225, 250 is just going to take a long time. Victor says you don't compete expecting to win. It's the event, the competition, and people that make it fun. I'm going to try to get invited to be on a team this year. I know someone who could help. Nice. Shoot. It's not about competing to expecting to win. You compete in the hopes of winning, and I don't know. I get my hopes up too high sometimes, and stuff happens. Marcus says, I already know I'm not going to finish it, but I made it and took a sip. Well, take another sip. Darren says he's cooking on the Lang 108. Man, I remember back in the day when I looked up cookers, I had a dream. I said, damn, you know what I would really love to do? Get a double. They had a double. No, actually, I was going to say a double 108, but they had a double 84. I wanted the double 84. Double 84 Deluxe with the warming ovens. Not that I would use the warming ovens really, but yo, that I wanted a double 84 so I could cook everything non-pork on one side and everything pork on the other side. Jimmy asks Victor, how you coming along? Push it in. All right, that's what's up, Travis. Outside with Q says brisket has been my hardest meat to master. Any suggestions? Practice, practice and patience. Don't drink while you're cooking. That's another thing, because you will fall asleep and your fire will go out. Ask me how I know. Actually, just don't drink hard liquor. 34 briskets? Dang, Siren. Steven! He says, hey, yo, Dash and family, good evening. Steven, I have a surprise coming up for you. Well, it's not really a surprise for you, but I have it's a surprise for Steven. I'm not even going to lie. It's a surprise for Steven in an upcoming video. So I'm going to need you and everyone else to stay tuned to the Ask Dash videos. I have been contemplating. So I guess let me ask you guys this, since you guys are here. Should I put in the title kind of a hint as to what the question is, or should I just leave them as Ask Dash episode, boom, and you have to watch the video to see what the questions are in the video? Victor says, like I said the other day, it's one step at a time. Sorry, one leg joke. Honestly, very well, but thank you for asking. Yes, indeed, one step at a time for sure. I have to put my anti-yawn face up and just, yeah, I just said the word. I just said the word. Laura's like Pavlov's bell, okay? Every single time I see Laura's name, it's like if someone rings that bell. A journalist, so Travis says, I'd leave it the way you have it, maybe get more views, but see, that's the thing, like, not that these videos get very many views anyway, but I don't know if someone will be interested in a specific question or in a specific subject. It might draw more people to watch versus me just saying, here is, an episode number, and then you have to actually click on the video and see what the questions are or what the question is. So yeah, foodie fatty adventures. All right, I'm with it. So, OMG, I ain't seen you so long. How you doing, my bro? I'm chilling, man. I'm chilling. One day at a time. Journal, Travis, I'm trying to remember. Marcus is finished. Now time for the Z's. Y'all take care. Yeah, shoot. Laura says minus 16 C here with snow, then rain. Yo, it is currently 35 degrees outside. I had to, I have there's a little room in the back of my house that is not insulated. It is straight up against the wall outside, and when it gets cold, especially down in this room in the basement, to the point where I have to set up a little heater so that the pipes at the back of the house don't actually that are like running towards there's a bathroom back there and it's running up into the kitchen, some parts of the kitchen, to the point where they don't freeze, and I've had to set up that heater, have it on a on a smart plug so that it comes on just a few hours a day. Uh Foodie Fatty says, what am I sipping on? So this started life as a half gallon of clear. Oh, actually, I think I'm clearing out this. Speaking of clear, and then I put some candy in it. It was some green apple. This is candy from the farmer's market. It wasn't like it was um, Jolly Ranchers, but I put like 35, 40 pieces of candy in this jar, and we're almost fully dissolved. I poured some of it out. I might have to get with my guy and see if I can get a little bit more clear and pour it in there so that I can try to dissolve the rest of what's in there. Good night, Marcus, for sure. El Barrio, what up, man? He says, what's up, amigo Dash? I'm chilling, man. How you doing this evening? ¿Qué te pasa contigo? Foodie Fatty says it's 36 degrees in New Jersey right now. Foodie Fatty says, nice. I'm sipping Tito's. That's what's up. I haven't bought any Tito's in quite a while. Just I got a guy, man. My guy hooks me up with some clear from time to time. And this time he hooked me up with it was like, here, it's almost Christmas. I'm like, bet. So I said, all right, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some candy in this one. In the past, I put candy in smaller jars, but this was the biggest jar that I've ever put candy into, and yo, I'm feeling good. Doom, doo doom. Laura says, BRB, she needs her coffee, closed the deli, so I got some Cali roll for supper. Nice. Foodie Fatty says, I feel you. I need a guy too. Shoot. Man, I'm glad. I am lucky I got my guy. With Starburst dissolve in the clear, Tito's is my jam. I thought you said John. I was about to be like, what? What? So I'm not 100% sure. I might have to get some Starburst and do an experiment. I don't know whether or not the Starburst would dissolve. I know Jolly Ranchers do very well. Um, don't ask me how I know. What else has done really well? Skittles. Skittles did really well. Jolly Ranchers did really well. Gummy bears. I had mixed. I don't say reviews, but mixed results with gummy bears. And then one of the other things too was weird about gummy bears is the flavors don't always match up with the colors. So you think you're having one flavor because of the color, and then it's completely something different. Yeah, man. Shoot, over the years, listen. I'm I'm a moonshine fan. So when I get it, I'm like, all right, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit off on the side and put a little bit of this in it. Put a little bit off on the side, put a little bit of that in it. That's what got me to putting the candy into this one. I was like, oh, I love this candy. This candy might be pretty good in a jar. Man, let me tell you. Mm, mm, it's good. It's good. You still selling your grills? No. No, sir. I used to sell steel drum smokers, but not any longer. Um, I mean, I want to say Bernadetta's for sale. You get right price. You can come and pick Bernadette up. Other than that, no. Berto says maybe title helps the Google algorithm thingy. You might become the authority on the subject. I swear, I am low on the totem pole becoming an authority on any particular subject. Travis says I was just thinking that Twisted Strawberry Starburst would be good. Twisted Strawberry Starburst. What? I might have to look into that. Shoot. Hmm. Mm-mm. Hmm. I can't believe how good that is. Man, oh man. Hmm. Twisted Strawberry. So, let's see, I can look on Amazon. While I have you guys here, do you guys have any questions you want to add to the Ask Dash questions? I have so far, I've answered 26 questions in 14 videos, and I have 39 questions. Do I have? Yeah, 39 questions. So if you have any questions that I can add to the list in an effort to make sure I have enough questions, feel free. I just poured my last shot of Tito's. I'm sad. Oh, don't be sad. Oh, excuse me. Don't be sad. I'll say just know that you'll have to get more tomorrow. What temperature do you take your brisket out? Thyron, I don't talk about stuff like that. um, just because there's some things that I found that I like to kind of keep to myself, and specific cooking temperatures and things like that I really don't I don't talk much about. But my usual recommendation is that you can kind of feel how you like your briskets, or what doneness or what temperature you like your briskets, between like 198 degrees and 208 degrees. So that's a 10-degree swing. Some briskets are done and they feel right closer to 198 degrees, and some briskets don't and they need to go a little bit further. No, Thyron, you good, man. Um, I just I know I had someone back in the, I won't say back in the day. I had someone in the past ask me, and I gave him this question, and how you reacted is the way. If you go into a restaurant and you say, "How did you prepare this?" and the chef says, "I can't tell you that. That's that's something I learned how to do. That's something I had to do." And you're okay with that. Well, I had someone that was not okay with that, and he was butthurt. So it is what it is. But thank you, Thyron, for understanding. Uh, Travis says, don't feel, I guess, don't feel like the Lone Ranger foodie. I'm out too. You making me hungry talking about brisket, yeah. Luke Calamatis, what's going on, sir? He says, what's up, Dash and the barbecue fam? Indeed. Every time Luke comes in, I have to say his entire name in entirety. I can't not say You know, Luke Calamatis every single time he comes through the live stream. Just you know, Grumpus says I got over it. Dash. Well, thank you, Grumpus. It wasn't you though. It definitely wasn't you. Uh, you know, someone who shall remain nameless. Like I said, he's still butthurt though. Mm-mm-mm. Lou says, "What's going on tonight, Dash? How we doing? We are doing, Lou. We are doing. I had this jar was full a little while ago. It started off life as 100 proof clear, and then I added some candy to it. The candy didn't 100% dissolve. Every time I pick the jar up, I shake it, trying to dissolve the candy that's still stuck in the bottom. It was like 40 pieces of candy that I threw into this jar, and some green apple candy from the farmer's market. Yeah, it's good. It's good. We're 41 minutes in, and I'm feeling good. A full government name, baby. Yeah, buddy. Shoot, if I think we talked about your middle name too at one point. Uh, don't drop that. Shoot, man. Don't jinx me. How about that? Berto? Shoot. Chill. Chill. Thyron says spare ribs and St. Louis style ribs or baby backs. I do baby backs. I talked about it. So I guess Thyron, you know what, Thyron, we're gonna go ahead and put this down. So THYRON, 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 Thyron Matthews, EWS. He says spare ribs, St. Louis, or baby backs. Which is my favorite? All right, Thyron, I got you down. I'm be like, my man Thyron. All right, from TNT Barbecue. Yes, that Thyron. I'm gonna save that. All right. So I'm going to answer your question. You are, so far, that's question number 40. I've been answering like 2 questions a day. No worries, Bertho. As I push it back off the edge of the table. Demetrius. Seriously? I do think we have talked about this before, Lou. Gosh. Man. Shoot, I'm just gonna let it go. Steven says 40 minutes in and you feeling good. Must be nitro, man. It's close. It's I might have to look and see how much what the proof is on punching. Victor says, however, asked what temp to pull a brisket. Temperature is irrelevant. Does it prove tender is what matters. Personally, I don't like to let internal temperature above 180. Pull and let finish. See, but Victor, this is where we're gonna agree to disagree, and I'm just gonna keep it moving. Lou says, oh man, we used to put Jolly Ranchers in vodka, and it was like juice. Yes, indeed. Laura's back. All right, so best behavior. Do not make me look like a fool in front of company. Okay, Laura is here. Laura has her coffee. She's probably sipping on her coffee with 2 hands as she, in between comments, like, She said it's negative 16 degrees Celsius in Canada where she is. She's in the Great White North. So we're going to be on our best behavior so Laura doesn't have to take her mittens off in order to comment. Foodie Fatty says, you cook up any prime rib this holiday season? Not yet. You know, it's so funny. I'm on the lookout for a good sale on a prime rib because I refuse to pay full price or regular price for a prime rib. I'm like, yo, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. So, but one of the questions for the Ask Dash video series was asking about meats or holiday meats or like special meats that I cook for my family. And the prime rib was definitely what it was. Victor says, nope, not even you, Dash. Still go probe tender like most of us, but I use the temperature as a guide. Put the scope on it and see what the proof is with the candy. I think it might give a false reading. Hold on, Jimmy, let me see. Oh. Alright, so I also need to get something fresh out the jar because what I have in my cup is a little diluted. Alright. So way back when I used to, I won't say when I used to, I was getting jars from my guy. And he was like one of those, it's about this proof. And I'm like, yo, I kind of need to know a little bit more on what the proof is. So I looked into it and I went on Amazon and spent all of like $15 on this thing. This is called a alcohol hydrometer. Is this a No, not a hydrometer. What is this thing called? Oh, refractometer. Refractometer. Again, goes to show you how much I know about this type of stuff. So I'm gonna open up the jar and we're gonna get a drop on the refractometer, and it's not even showing up. Holy cow. It's not showing up. I believe there's too much sugar in this and it's not showing me anything. Let's wipe it off. And I'll add, I have any water right here? This isn't water. Yeah, the sugar content in it was giving it a false high reading because this other thing that I just put on there gave me a reading, and you know the reading was low, meaning there's no alcohol in that one. But this, actually, you know what, let's shits and giggles. Let's see, because the ice is melted. It might. Oh, actually, it's showing a proof right now. It's showing about 110 proof with the diluted water in there. 110 proof. My guy told me it was 100. So, yeah. Byron, Laura, I believe is in Ontario, if I'm wrong. Laura, let us know. Fatty says, yes, I missed the Easter sale on prime ribs this year. So upset. Oh, thank you, Thyron. Appreciate that. He said, the beard is amazing. You know how it's amazing? Oil and a pick. I I didn't even put any heat to it today, but you know, this is chilling. This is natural. Like no actually need to get it trimmed. I'm gonna get it trimmed tomorrow. Just cut down a little bit. Get the sides trimmed down. And I'm gonna get my I can always tell when I need to trim my beard when my mustache starts curling over my lip, and I can go like that and it gets into the corners of my mouth. It's driving me crazy. Oh, eating Westphalian ham with grapes for got to grab a cantaloupe. Okay. I like around London, not a big city. Loosest temperature to me matters to a point. I like to know when I hit the stall so I can foil, spritz, and whatnot. Yep. Loosest for finished product. I do like to temp to see various temps throughout the brisket. Nice. Travis's Dash. That restaurant supply store you've shown yourself shopping at for meat in the past. Is it a chain store or a local business? I love to have a place like that here. It is a chain store. That place is called Restaurant Depot. You would need to see if you could find one locally to you, and then see about getting a membership. But you can, ever since the pandemic, you can go into Restaurant Depot as a Joe Schmo off the street and say, hey, I would like to do some shopping here today. And they will give you a day pass. And that day pass will allow you to go into the Restaurant Depot and shop. Other than having a business, you really, as a non-business, I don't say can't, but there's a hoop or so you have to jump through in order to get into the Restaurant Depot. Victor says attempts are good to track progress in the cook, but ultimately most of us pull based on probe tender. I'm gonna say I'm not gonna say the opposite, but I think that once you hit a specific temperature that you like your briskets to hit, then usually that the probe tenderness is right where you want it to be. One, it's just like saying 6 or half a dozen. They're both the same. I don't know. I just, my own opinion. Victor, I know how you be, Victor. Really, just be like Frozen and let it go, let it go. Travis is cool. Thanks. I'll check it out. So I don't have a Restaurant Depot sends out a flyer monthly, and the flyer tells you what's on sale and other things like that. And in the flyer, they have their locations. I don't know where one of those flyers is. I usually just give it to my wife, and she looks through it, and she says, "Oh, we need to get this," or "Oh, check out the price on that." And usually she's looking at things for our house. The other things, the other staples that I buy from Restaurant Depot, I usually get my brisket, my lamb, salmon. If I'm doing a big cook, I'll buy chicken from the Restaurant Depot, baby back ribs, beef ribs. Those are things that I can get from the Restaurant Depot with usually very minimal, I'll say interruption, but without having to search high and low, like go to multiple places. Usually, the Restaurant Depot has everything that I need. With that being said, there are times when they don't have what I need, like for Thanksgiving. For Thanksgiving, I needed lamb. I needed a few boneless legs of lamb. I needed 3 boneless legs of lamb. The boneless legs of lamb at the Restaurant Depot were like $3.50 a pound. But they had none. The boneless legs of lamb at Sam's were $7 a pound. So I ended up having to pay twice as much for my lamb, or for the lamb. And I quoted these prices and other things like that prior to me knowing that the Restaurant Depot didn't have the lamb. So I'll say I lost money, but I didn't make as much profit on the lamb as I would have normally. But usually, Restaurant Depot almost always has everything that I need. This is irking me. One more day. One more day. Going to the barbershop tomorrow to get it trimmed. Mm-mm-mm. Mm. I have a cook on Friday. Simple on site. And when I say on site, I'm cooking at home. I'm doing like 150 hot dogs for someone. There's a community event, and my this guy who's the council person or councilman in my area, he knows that I do barbecue, and most of the time, whenever he's doing something, he hits me up and he's like, "Hey man, can you do some hot dogs for me? Can you do some hot dogs and hamburgers for me?" Sure thing. He's like, "Here's my budget. Tell me how many hot dogs I can get for that." No problem. Laura says, not a big fan of lamb. Ate it as a kid. Ugh. See? It could be how you have it seasoned or how you make it. You know who made some phenomenal lamb? Jimmy. Jimmy from Cup and Stuff. Well, what for you is the reason you were looking for boneless versus bone-in leg of lamb? It cooks faster. I don't need the bone in. So, boneless leg of lamb is going to be smaller. Boneless leg of lamb is also going to cook faster. And boneless leg of lamb is just less work for me to have to do trying to cut in and or around a bone. Um, it's a an ease of operation thing, if it makes more sense. Steven says, Dash, when you cook lamb for catering, do you ask the customer how do they like it, medium rare, well, or shoe leather? No, I do not, Steven. So what I end up doing is I cook it to like a medium rare. I cook my lamb rare, okay? And then for two reasons. First reason is usually the person who's purchasing it is going to be reheating it. So if I undercook it, they can cook it to the same or a slightly higher doneness. But I also have some customers who have purchased, I'm gonna say lots of lamb, but enough lamb for me that they tell me, hey, I would like my lamb a little more well done. And I know that at this point, and I cook certain people's lambs a little more than others. General Travis says, I see they have one in Baton Rouge and one in New Orleans. Closest one to me is 150 miles. Bummer. Shoot. So let's see. There are there's a Costco business type unit or a Costco business type place. I don't remember what it's called, but they might have some of the things you are looking for in particular. Uh, you also might just look for like a restaurant supply store as opposed to just Restaurant Depot. So you might find an alternative restaurant supply store. You could also look into US Foods and Cisco to see if they will sell to the general public. I understand that they might. Again, after the pandemic, things have changed. So you might those are some things that you can try to look into. Uh, Jimmy says he wasn't either, and that's what he's saying is he wasn't a fan of lamb until he used my method. Laura says my aunt did the lamb shank. She is or was awesome with mint jelly, but had too much. I'm telling you, no mint jelly involved. I don't know. I don't. Not that mint jelly is not actually kind of okay. You don't need mint jelly with the way that I cook my my lamb. You don't. It is a seasoning thing, and you know, it's one of those things where you feel like challenge accepted when people are like, I don't like X, Y, and Z thing. It's because you haven't had it my way. You haven't had it the way that I cook it. You haven't had it the way I prepare it. I'm telling you, one of those people who was like that was my sister-in-law. She was like, I don't like lamb. I'm telling you, just try it. Try it the way I make it. And she was like, oh, all right, this is not bad, but I'm not gonna be eating this every day or anything like that. And I'm like, I get it, but you know, I just try it. You know, don't tell me you don't like it without even trying it. Um, Victor says I haven't cooked lamb yet. It's on the list for the upcoming year, so expect lamb questions in the future. Not a problem. Laura says, dang it, Dash. Sorry. Berto, escargot. I love escargot, man. Dude, I'm yeah, so you know what's funny? My wife and I were talking about this afternoon. We were talking about oysters and eating and shucking oysters, and I was like, yo, I haven't had oysters at home in a while. Like I don't say I used to, but when I first got access to the restaurant depot, I'm like, oh my god, they have everything. Everything the restaurants get. Duh. So I remember bringing home a box of 100 oysters, and we had oysters for like a week. A week. I mean, we had raw oysters. I had cooked oysters, and I mean, I won't say you name it. We ate a bunch of oysters. But one thing that was funny is we went to there's a restaurant in Baltimore called the Rusty Scupper. It is a pretty high end, nice restaurant, and I used to take my wife there every year for Mother's Day, and they have a Mother's Day brunch. Well, actually, not only do they have a Mother's Day brunch, they have a Sunday brunch with music, and you get dressed up, and endless bottomless drinks, and it was a good time, right? So it's a seafood buffet though, like kind of. So they have roast beef and like carving stations, so roast beef and ham and turkey, and they have oysters and there's like seafood focused buffet. They also have an omelet station and dessert tables, and it's a good time, and it's really 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 nice food. So my middle son, so taste tester number two, at the time he probably, I mean this is probably 5 7 years ago. He goes up to the dude that's shucking oysters, and he stands there, and he's a child, right? He's probably 10 12 years old, like max. And he says to the guy shucking the oysters, he's like, can I have two oysters, please? And or he said, can I have two? And the guy shucking the oysters is like, but these are oysters. And he's like, yes, I know. Can I have two, please? Right? And I noticed this interaction going on, and the guy shucking the oysters is like, but they're raw oysters. And my son kind of leans in and was like, yes, I know. Can I have two, please? He had to ask him 3 or 4 times for these oysters. And I'm like, hey, number two, is there a problem? And he's like, no, the guy is just asking me if I really want oysters. And I'm like, yes, I do. And I'm like, can you give him the oysters, please? He knows what he's like, but they're raw oysters. Yes. Have you not eaten raw oysters? Yo, they're freaking delicious. My children have had experiences. And but that's what we were talking about. My wife and I were talking about how we have and know people who eat very basic foods, eat very basic things like children. But my children don't eat like typical children, or my children never ate like typical children, because we open them up to different experiences. And escargot, one of those experiences that if I'm like, yo, you remember having escargot on a cruise? They're like, oh yeah. Escargot basically tastes like butter and mushrooms. Like, fantastic. Dash says, excuse me, Lou says, Dash, I gotta roll, but gotta get sleep when I can. Oh, I completely understand. Lou, be easy. Louis, Louis Demetrius. Can you imagine? So I guess they just probably called you Lou, and then when you were in trouble, you were Lewis. But anyway, Lou, be easy, man. Lou Calamatis has left the building. Laura says, yeah, it was Victor, and it had lamb chops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Berto says, oysters and clams are yummy. I prefer oysters over clams. Jimmy says, I had someone I talked into trying lamb say, will you cook one of those for me at Christmas? Check you out. That's how it starts. That's how it starts, Jimmy. That's how it starts. When you're like, oh, hey, I'll try this. And it's like, hey, how much would it cost me to get another one of these for me, for my family? And you're like, you gon' you gonna pay me to cook this thing? Like, hold my drink. Grandma says I picked up a gallon of fresh shucked oysters for oyster dressing this year. Right off the boat. Man, there's a lot of oysters in a gallon. In a gallon? In a gallon? You like? I guess you get a bucket. Whenever I get oysters, usually they come in a box. The box might be like yay big and yay, and there'd be 100 oysters in there. And when I say like, I remember we traveled. Oh, you know what's crazy? When I bought that 100 box of oysters, we didn't actually end up eating them all. I ended up taking some of them on we did a family vacation, my wife's family. So it was my family, my older sister-in-law's family, my mother-in-law, father-in-law, my younger sister-in-law. It was, let's see, there's 5 of us, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 or 12 of us. We rented a house in Myrtle Beach. And that's when I took the lamb, and that's when I took the rest of the oysters. And yo, talk about we ate good. You need to try prairie oysters. No, thank you, Laura. Not without, not if I don't have to. If I had something else to eat or go hungry, I might go hungry. Or if I didn't have anything else to eat or go hungry, I might go hungry talking about some prairie oysters. Hey, Travis has got to get up at 3 a.m. for work. Have a good night, big man. Good night, all. Yesterday, thank you so very much for hanging out. Yes, 1 gallon tub. Damn, Grumpus. Stop it. Grumpus, a full gallon? Wow. Yes, sir. That would be a lot of oysters. Because I know what you're talking about, Laura. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Shoot, I'm tired too. This morning, I was awakened. My wife woke up early this morning. Hence, she woke me up early this morning. I've been up since 4:30 this morning. I didn't even go to the gym or anything like that. So... So that ham that I made earlier today, some of you guys will probably think this is blasphemous, but I made a glaze for the ham, and it was some brown sugar, a little bit of water, so probably like half a cup of brown sugar, probably about a half a cup of water, maybe a cup of water, some syrup, and I hope it's maple syrup, but syrup, and then the competition cow powder, competition pig powder from Uncle Steve Shake, and I thickened it up a little bit and put it out there on the Traeger on the ham. But I pulled some bourbon out, and the bourbon I pulled out was Blanton's. I was going to mix some of the Blanton's in with this, with the mop sauce, basically, that I had. Laura says telepath for Dash to going. Yes, stop it. Damn it. Every time. Every time. Victor says, how about some Rocky Mountain oysters? No thanks. No thanks. Not if I can help it. But you know what? I'd be like, I would try it. I'm sure I would try it just to say that I had it. Victor, Laura says, yeah, Victor, the same kind. Jimmy says, it's funny, I have people at work ask for how long did your friend go on this live last It's funny, I have people at work ask how long did your friend go on this live last night. Yeah, shoot. I'm struggling. This and y'all hear that? I'm getting to the end of this. And ooh, buddy. So Travis, this is my buddy Travis. Travis Kemper. Hey yo, he says. Hey yo. My man. So Travis, there is another Travis here tonight. Mm. Mm. Actually, Travis, now I think about it, other Travis, oh yeah, bro. So this, you know, this is a jar, and this green apple candy from the Amish market in Laurel. You ever had that candy? Yo, so good. But I tested it. I tried to use the refractometer to tell me what the proof was after the candy was in there, and it can't. I tested a little bit that's in my cup after it's been watered down, and it showed 110. I think it's showing high. My guy told me it was at 100, or about 100. So yeah. So, but this Travis is I'm gonna say the original Travis, but this is my old school, longtime friend Travis. So he's up here with the Travi, okay. But the other Travis left. I was getting to that Travis. He said he had to get up at 3 a.m, and he had been out. Laura, leave me alone. OG, triple OG Travis. Yes, indeed. This Travis was one of the first Travi that I ever met. You know what's funny though? Travis, you ever meet my cousin? Oh, well, you guys know my cousin Angela. She had a boyfriend back in the day. His name was Travis. I'm trying to think if I knew him before I knew you. I think I may have. But still. Stop it, Laura. Don't even comment. You are much better than that dude. That dude was not. He does not deserve a mention. Berto says Travis, the first, sounds like a king. Yeah. Travis is a king, for sure. In his own right, in his own mind. Good name. One of the best, if I do say so myself. Nah. I'm telling you, you know my government name. That's a pretty good name. That pretty good name. Even my nickname Dash is a good name. It's a fantastic name. Dash is a strong name. Dash is noble. Man. Jimmy says it shouldn't lose any proof just from adding the sugar, so it might still be about the same. I don't know though, Jimmy, because the sugar would add crystals, and the food coloring probably would add crystals and other, I'll say particulate, but what is it? What am I thinking of? Not particulate. Just junk, other stuff to the. But the refractometer, when I used some of the the juice or the candy clear, it was off the chart. It didn't actually register a number. Looking at it, oh wait, yeah, looking at it like this with nothing on it, I can see everything is dark. And when I looked through it with the the candy clear, it didn't register anything. But when I took a drop out of what I had in my glass that's watered down, it showed 110 proof. Trevor says, hit that like button. Yes, indeed, please and thank you. Dashing through the snow. How it works. But where did the alcohol go? It was diluted. And the so the alcohol is still there, but the junk in the solution causes interference with the refractometer. I'm pretty sure the sugar, like if I were to add juice or something like that to that, it would do the same thing. It probably would throw off or skew the results of the refractometer. Laura says, to your question, Jimmy, but where did the alcohol go? Laura says, past his lips, Jimmy. Freaking good answer, Laura. Good answer. Rolling Smoke says, night, Lou. He's a couple minutes behind. Lou is long gone. Lou's probably asleep by now. That's how long he's been gone. But thank you. Rolling Smoke, were you Mark? Was that your name? Victor says, where did the alcohol go? That's like, why is the rum always gone? Yeah. Because I'm about to take my last sip out of this insulated cup. Man. Shoot. Good times. Hey, anybody else have any questions for the Ask Dash series? I figure I'll ask you guys, and you guys will get, I don't say preferential, but you guys will get expedited questions. So far, I have 40 questions I have 40 questions down. I might have to start spacing these out. No, I'm not reloading anything, Jimmy. You're trying to get me messed up. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I need some more questions. I don't have enough questions to get me through the month. As of right now. Travis says, when are you coming down again? Week of Christmas. The week of Christmas. But seriously, anybody have any questions? I think your favorite lamb cut his leg. What's your second favorite lamb cut? Lamb chops. I really oh, excuse me. Yeah, lamb chops. Thinking of the lamb chops from Fogo? Oh my goodness. Oof, oof. Laura said, I saw Jack Daniels. They added Werther's candy to it. Then you take some and add whipping cream for an awesome dessert. Ooh, buddy. Man, that's like that. Jack Daniels with Werther's. And whipping cream. It kind of, honestly, I feel like that would be close to like Baileys. You drink Baileys? I'm old Greg. Oh man. If you don't know who Old Greg is, you need to look up Old Greg. Or if you don't know what Old Greg is, you need to look up Old Greg. Travis knows what Old Greg is. Travis is like, he's like, hey, skinny man, or is that, what did he call him? Oh, he called him like a manfish or something like that. He said, do you know what this is? It's like, no, Greg, what is it? He's like, it's Bailey's. He's like, I drew the Bailey's. Okay. What about Greg shows another picture. What about this one? Mother Liquor. What do you think of this one? And he's like, oh, it's nice. He said, well, what do you call that one? He's like, I call it Bailey's. Just a little bit closer. He's like, flips the page. He's like, okay, what do you think of this one? And he said, oh man, that's nice. Well, what do you call that one, Greg? He said, oh my gosh. He said, I call this one Bailey's. As close as you can get without getting your face wet. Old Greg. Oh, okay. I thought you were asking about. Travis is drinking from a shoe. Yeah. Lamb chops are good right off the barbecue. Only way if they get cold yucker. No, I don't know, Laura. I have a different appreciation for lamb. Travis is drinking out of a cup is still my favorite. Yeah. Dude, look up Old Greg. OldGregg. It is a old skit from BBC. Old BBC skit. It is hilarious. I'm Old Greg. I'm Old Greg. And you see my mix up. You see my mix up. Make one Bailey's and one Kahlua. Yeah. Shoot, Kalua's pretty good. Jack's Honey Jack. It's good to mix in the butterscotch and then drizzle over your ice cream. Holy cow. Yo, I could tell you some stories about Honey Jack. Woo! I went through a Honey Jack phase for it was about a year where I drank almost nothing but Honey Jack. My goodness, that stuff will have you torn up. Travis, you might appreciate this. We had a Friendsgiving. This is probably 7, 10 years ago. I was later than that. So probably 7, 8 years ago. We had a Friendsgiving at Jose's house. And you've been to Jose's house, Travis, hopefully. So I had Honey Jack, or there was Honey Jack there. I had worked all day cooking, delivered food, and then I went to Jose's house. Yo. And then I started drinking Honey Jack. I was done. I was so done. I found a sofa, like a chair, and I sat down in the chair and proceeded to pass out. I passed out and was faded sleep. Just knocked out for an hour, maybe an hour and a half. And when I woke up, I was like, oh man. They were like, yo, Dash died. And Dash has come back to life. They still talk about that to this day, about how I died in Jose's house and came back to life. I was resurrected, basically, at Friendsgiving. But yo, I was just tired. Looking up drinking out of cups, yeah. Laura says, I think I can find a Bailey's without eggies. Stevens has hit the thumbs up, y'all. Yes. I used to drink Ouzo in the teens, early 2000s. Ouzo was one of those things where you had to really, really like Ouzo. I used to have Ouzo for a long. Bertos' Dash Lazarus, yo, for real. I wasn't dead, but I came back from death, close. I was knocking on death's door, and I came back. Speaking of Lazarus, one of my buddies back home, one of my best friends back home, he used to wear a Lazarus chain that was this chain was this big. Every time anyone ever speaks about Lazarus, I always think about my buddy Dunn and his chain. Speaking of Dunn, where's Taj tonight? Taj's wife, are you here? Can you comment? I know Taja's wife will bless me with her presence and then not say anything. Do you believe in God or Jesus Christ? The glory fabs. So I believe in a higher being. I was raised in the church. Hold on one second. Laura, it's not Laura. Victor says, or Cruisin's black strap rum mixed with chocolate syrup and drizzled over chocolate ice cream. He said it's divine. Wow. All right. I'll have to take your word on that one, Victor. I can't necessarily say that that's something I'm gonna want to try right away. I'm not that big of a chocolate syrup fan. I will, actually, someone for Thanksgiving when I was delivering a turkey to her house, she gifted me a box of chocolates. Life is like a box of chocolates. Until you turn the box over, you never know what you're gonna get. But yeah. Glory Fabs, I believe in a higher being. And like I said, not like I said, but I was raised in the church, and God is the father of Jesus, and Jesus is the messenger. So why people worship Jesus is sometimes beyond me. People pray to Jesus when they should be praying to God. But that's about the extent of where I want to go with that. And, it is what it is. Where is Quentin? I don't know, Laura. I don't know if you have cruising rum available. Really great rum. Yes, we do. It is flavored rum, or they are flavored rums, or at least the ones that I'm thinking of are flavored. And the missus is a rum drinker, but not me. Laura says, OMG, Dash does not like black jelly beans. No words. I will tolerate them, but yeah. I'm not going to seek out and destroy the black jelly beans first. Let's put it that way. Those jelly beans are going to be sitting in the bowl with some orange and some lemon or one of those weird, wacky flavors. The green jelly beans, the red jelly beans, what else? The not cream soda, but maybe a cream soda. Those ones are going to be gone first. All right, so it looks like an hour and a half might be the bewitching hour for me tonight. I want to say thank you so very much for hanging out. I can't tell you guys how much I appreciate you hanging out. This stuff right here, this stuff right here is death. I am about to go to sleep, and I'm about to sleep hard. Shoot. The licorice ones, Laura, really? Oh man, Laura, I thought of like when you said that, I thought of like the scavengers in the ocean, like the the little crawfish and the crabs and the lobster. I feel like that's Laura like plucking out the black jelly beans. They will all be for you. Cruising used to make 120 proof rum, smooth like normal spirits, kick your butt like 120. Oh yeah, shoot, I already know. Travis says can't even sit on the love seat if you ain't in love. Laura says in this order: black, orange, white, pink, red, and so on. Yes, indeed. Definitely, you gotta eat the white ones and the pink ones and then the red ones and then orange and then like lemon maybe and then the black ones, in my opinion. But Laura says good night, take care, bye for now, Dash and all. Enjoy the night, eh? Victor says, oops, 150 proof. Jeez, it just got worse. Laura says, not quite ink. Oh, Yeah, shoot. Oh. Oh, Laura, if you're posting links to something, I can't see it. But Laura, you can send. I think Laura, you have my email address or messenger. You can send me a message with whatever it is you're trying to show me. Victor says, "Good night, Laura." Good night, Laura, for sure. All right, guys, it's been an hour and a half. I know I could probably sit here and probably fall asleep in another half an hour, so I'm going to go ahead and call it. Oh, I already know, Marlon, you were going to be. I was hoping you were here tonight so that I could reach out to you. Victor says good night, all. So Marlon, I need an address, and I'll say I'll take care of the rest. But yeah, man, I need an address, so hit me up whenever you get a moment, and I will help you out. I got some fire stickers. Steven says, good night, family. See y'all next week. Yes, yes, and yes. So thank you guys, as always, for hanging out. I really do appreciate you hanging out. Marlon, definitely, hit me up. Jimmy says, night, guys. Have a great rest of the week. Later, Dash. Yes, sir. Thank you. You take great care. Be easy. Be easy, be easy, be easy. All right, I'm going to go ahead and end it here at an hour and a half because I am falling asleep. I am going to be asleep in a second. Bumps from Jimmy. Bumps up front. Thank you, Marlon. Appreciate you. Like I said, I'll take care of it. Anyway, all right, guys. Thank you so very much, as always, for hanging out. Really, really, really do appreciate you guys. Can't say thank you enough, and I'll see you next time.